Hello and welcome to the POWERBOOST meditation. Today let us experiment with the theme, listen to silence. Listen to silence. Throughout the day we keep on listening to a lot of things, from a lot of people, from a lot of different gadgets. And as we are listening, it's not only external listening, but many times we also listen to the voices in our heads. Something comes up and I listen to something, it's like of the past, or some voice in the head comes up and it's a thought about someone else. And sometimes it gets all complex. And if we really look into the word listen and the word silent, they have the same letters, listen and silent. It's like in silence, I can listen to myself. When the mind is completely silent of the thoughts of the story, then I begin to listen to myself. It's like listening to someone is giving respect to them. If I'm in a conversation with someone and if I'm not listening to them, it means I'm not respecting them. And so this inner being, many times we tend to not respect the inner being because the mind is busy. It's not silent enough to take a step back and just listen to this inner being, this eternal being who is so innocent, wise, pure. It's like all the wisdom is locked within this inner being. And so when I'm silent, it's like the mind is completely free from the story, thoughts of the story. Then this inner listening begins to happen. And then as I go deeper, then I begin to listen to the divine. It's like, they say, in order to listen to God, I need to be silent because God whispers. And so when I've connected to my true self, on a deeper level, I'm listening to the inner being, then listening to the divine also happens. It feels like a very personal, feels like a very beautiful connection where I listen to the divine and then the divine also listens to me. And it becomes a silent conversation of the heart. And so when I take on this inward journey, this journey of silence, then I begin to listen to silence. Listen to the silent being, the inner being, listen to the source, the divine. And then there is also, then I'm able to listen to the call of time. I get tuned in, I get aligned with the energy around me. I get aligned with the energy of life. And then I'm able to listen to what the time is calling me to do now. And so then this act of listening to the silence allows a very deep alignment with life. So let us experiment for a few minutes, listening to silence. So as we sit comfortably and relaxed, I have taken this time out for myself in order to just for a few minutes, not focus on any other sounds or any other thoughts, but just I'm available, I'm present, so that I can listen to this silent being inside. Silent, eternal being of light, the eternal traveler who has been and seen many, many different roles. This eternal traveler has been on a journey through time. Often I have forgotten this inner being in the pursuit of my external life and achievements and goals. But I've taken time out now to just give an ear to this inner being, to listen to this deep inner voice. As I listen to this silent being of light, I deeply absorb the presence of this being, the being who only knows how to love unconditionally, the being who only knows how to give abundantly, the being who is so wise. This being knows what to do, when to do, how to do, naturally. This being is the most precious presence in my life. I just give this time to be in the presence of this being. This being lives up above, beyond the physical dimension, in the sky, in the realm of silence. And this being is completely loved by the divine, the source. In the realm of silence, where there is no activity, I just rest. I'm able to listen to the divine. I feel the presence of the divine all around me. I absorb the presence of the divine as my loving mother, my loving friend, my loving father. The silence within the divine allows me to emerge my true self. The silence allows me to be myself. The silence, the space allows me to let go of everything else. In this moment, there is nothing else that exists. Just I, the being of light, surrounded in silence, in the company of my Father, the Source, the Divine. In this silence, in this presence, lies the essence of my being. It's the feeling of being my true self, completely free, completely light. There's nothing of the story that pulls me. I, the being, wrapped up in the cocoon of silence. Life is beautiful, being here, being now, in this moment, in the presence of the Source. The silence allows me to emerge an unlimited perspective towards looking at the story. I realize that everything is as the way it should be. Everyone is the way they should be. The silence emerges a deep wisdom of appreciating every scene of life, every actor. And this deep sense of acceptance allows me to get aligned with the flow of life. Where I don't resist any change, but enjoy the flow of life. As I look down below to the world of the story, the world of action, I develop this perspective towards that world. Even as I come back onto the stage, I carry the experience of silence. The silence of being myself, the silence of my home, the silence of being loved by the divine, the silence of fully accepting everything, every scene in this drama of life. And as I am ready to come back, to take upon this costume and get into the world of sound, I maintain this inner state of silence as I come into sound. Om Shanti. Thank you.